Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be actually like a video that I've never seen on YouTube before, and it's going to be how you can use music to increase your productivity and generally make your studying more efficient and better. Before you start screaming, Eve, like, oh my god, there's so many studies that have proven that music is not good for like studying and music like distracts you. Hold fire, because this video is going to tell you what music you should use when and how music can actually improve your performance instead of being of detriment to your performance. So the first thing you need to remember is that different types of music are good for different types of work. There's not just one set work that you could be doing. You could be writing an essay, you could just be copying out notes, you could be literally like memorising dates. So I would say that you need to have a look, think what type of work is this and what am I going to need. So for example, if I'm doing vocabulary on Quizlet, I have some of my favourite songs on because vocab can get really tedious, so having a bit of music in the background just helps me personally to last longer and do more vocab. Whereas if I'm writing an essay, I'll put some classical music on or something without lyrics because I really need to be focusing on what I'm writing. Studies have shown that when you're trying to memorise things, it's actually of detriment to you listening to music, like you shouldn't do it. Whereas when you're doing things such as copying notes, doing like worksheets, you know, having a bit of music in the background, as long as it's the right music, can actually improve your study performance because it enhances your mood and enhances like the pace at which you work and your productivity. One thing that is a big no, however, is lyrics when you are reading. If you're reading anything, music with lyrics just needs to be avoided at all costs because it can be so dangerous to listen to music with lyrics when you're trying to read something, because your brain will just be like, oh my god, there's so much going on right now, and it just won't retain it. So I would definitely recommend avoiding music with lyrics if you're reading. One thing that I like to do, and is actually literally the only thing that I really do, is listen to the radio while I'm working. So obviously a lot of people might not like that because obviously the adverts and stuff, but I have the radio on literally like the lowest volume so I can just about hear the music, but the adverts like literally like so quiet you can't even hear them. And I listen to Smooth most of the time because Smooth has some of my favourite songs, but they're really relaxed songs. I don't feel like I need to sing along, they just form a nice background. You can also listen to Magic Chilled, Absolute, there are loads and loads of like easy listening radio stations. I wouldn't, however, recommend listening to Capital or Free or anything like that because that's going to be like popular chart music, super like woo, like bouncy, and like you don't want that when you're working because a lot of people would think that it would like boost your productivity because it's fast music, but actually studies have shown that high up-tempo music can actually agitate your like cognitive patterns and ruin everything. So definitely make sure that when you're studying you try and keep the music low, slow, but not so slow that you fall asleep. But with up-tempo music, this also has a really good use in your studying too. So I like to listen to motivational playlists. I'll put some of my favourite ones off Spotify on here now so you can see, but I absolutely love motivational playlists in the morning when I'm getting ready to study, or if I'm having a bit of a slump, I'll just put some on and dance around the room when I'm driving like home from school to get me like fired up to do some work. Motivational music is of like key value to your studying, just not when you are studying. So like when you're getting ready to study, when you're like at lunch, having your lunch break, anything like that, it can actually really help you. A lot of people have shown that listening to high tempo music at the right times can improve your mood, it can lessen anxiety, it can lessen stress, it can improve your productivity and make your endurance longer so you can study for longer. So the benefits of listening to music like that are like so high, but make sure you're listening to it at the right time. I also really recommend when you are studying and you're having an intense study session, there are lots of intense study playlists you can find, so I'll put some again on here, but some other music that you can listen to if you find that sort of music quite like intense, obviously. I like listening to movie scores like The Holiday and lots of different films that have just got instrumental scores that you can listen to because, you know, if you've watched the film, it reminds you of the film, but it's not distracting because it's just nice background music. You can also listen to Disney music. They have 4 or 5 hour long Disney playlists on YouTube that just have instrumental piano versions of your favourite Disney songs. There are like 1920s, 1930s, 1940s jazz music, like cafe music, and my number one thing that I like to listen to when I'm studying are ASMR rooms. So I only listen to the Harry Potter ones because I'm a nerd, but you can get so many ASMR rooms where they like recreate a room or an environment that you're kind of familiar with. So my favourite one is the Hufflepuff common room. I'm not Hufflepuff, just thought I'd put that out there. But it's such a nice like backing track. It makes you feel like you're not in your room and that you're sat by the fire studying. I find them so useful for concentration. There are ones with rain, storms, everything, like every type of atmosphere you can imagine. I know it's not exactly music, but I literally love them. I swear by them, and of course I will link them down below. So I hope that this quick video was useful. I know that it's such a random video to film, but I really do think that music is so helpful. I listen to music all the time. It's a really big part of my life. Honestly, there's not a lot of time in the day where I'm not listening to music, because for me it really helps regulate my mood. It helps pick me up when I'm feeling down. It helps me work through a down mood. It can set the tone for the day for me, and I just love listening to it. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you have any video requests or any other tips about music that we can share with everybody, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye guys! Mwah.